Hey, what's going on, everybody? SkittleKicks here. So earlier today, I received notification that a video that I had recorded a couple days ago, which was the LSPDFR episode that I went live with, that was having all kinds of issues that turned into a bit of a vlog at the end. I got copyright claimed. And where this claim supposedly is during the intro screen that I do to let everybody know the stream is starting. There's no music there. There's no music at all in that part. And how I know this simply is because it was never capturing my desktop audio. And it was absolutely unbelievable, guys, that this actually happened. Now, I am not entirely sure why this would even happen, other than to say, hey, this was trolls, no doubt. I looked up the song that was in question. It's something called like Sick Time Beats or whatever. Well, none of that exists in my library. None of that existed in the repository of YouTube. I did a search for the song. It does not exist on any kind of search I did. So I'm not entirely sure how you can file a false claim against somebody and not have some type of retribution punishment for filing a false claim. I'm not entirely sure why this actually exists, but I've done some research, and this is an ongoing issue that YouTube has been facing, and they refuse to address it. This has been ongoing for quite a few years, actually, but it's gotten really bad in the last couple of years that I've noticed. And what the hell do you even do with this? Like, what the hell do you do with this? You know, I was always taught never bear false witness against your neighbor. Okay, this is part of the 10 Commandments. And for whatever reason, these people out there, whomever they are, whether they're legit record companies, legit, people that hold a copyright or a trademark or some kind of intellectual property, can just willy-nilly file a claim, make something up, and then YouTube decides, yep, this is going to be a thing. We're going to just, shut your video down and screw you. And good luck fighting us, because we're a big corporation. We don't care about you at all. And we're no longer about, broadcasting yourself. We're no longer about anything like that. We're all about screwing you over. We don't care how big or small your channel is. We are going to screw you. And it is bizarre that this is the type of world we live in. Now, I understand about copyright. I understand that there is music out there that you can use. It's called the public domain. And there are some artists out there that will create music just for content creators to use. Either you give them credit or there's no attribution required. Well, we're at the point now where it doesn't frickin' matter what you do. Somebody will bitch about it, or somebody fake out there will just say, well, I own this, yeah. And then they'll just say, okay, fine, we believe you. It's like we believe all things without burden of proof. There's actually no hard evidence. I know that this song does not exist in my track because, A, when I went back to listen to the actual supposed or alleged violation, there's no audio there at all. It's just literally the animation screen. Now, I had issues with this where OBS was not picking up my desktop audio at all. If I played music or whatever, as far as I could tell, it was not picking it up. Even though I could see the meters moving, I don't know if it was actually going out live. And as far as I could tell, it wasn't. So this, folks, is and excuse my French, but this is a fucking annoyance. I will never understand the logic of this. I will never understand why these people think that they can just violate YouTube's policies, filing a false claim against somebody, and don't care. And they'll never get penalized for it. Now, I did not get a strike against the channel. That is something that I will let you all know. It's not a strike against the channel, but it did block the video from worldwide view. And again, that's just fucking annoying. And I don't understand why this is allowed. You know, it seems like they feel like, well, we're not going to manually review anything because we don't have the time or whatever. They've got tens of thousands of people globally in this company. It's not like they can't have a staff look into this. But unless you have mega bucks, have a legal team, and even then, that is not a guarantee. There are people out there that are large YouTube channels that actually have legal teams that can't get shit done. And again, what does YouTube do? Nothing. They don't care. Because their legal team is even smarter, apparently. And one thing I learned, it's amazing what lawyers can do when you pay them a lot of money. And that is really sad. I'm a very small YouTube channel. In fact, I don't even consider myself anything more than a micro channel right now. You know, I am just doing what I love. And, you know, I started to stream a few days ago and love doing that for everybody and being entertaining. But, you know, this can really sour a person, you know. Hell, even the band I was in recently, or not recently, I'm sorry, the band I was in a few years ago, I had gotten permission from the founder of the band to use their tracks as music beds in either videos or whatever. And one of the songs I used, called Cleansing, got a fucking copyright on it. Again, the artist didn't care about the use of it, but, you know, it was still a copyright claim. And I thought to myself, you know, this AI bullshit that these companies want to use, really, guys? Really? This is how you do your business. This is how you want to run your business. You don't I cannot believe that morality and integrity is not a function in your business, because as far as I'm concerned, you don't do shit like that. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a tiny content creator, and, you know, I'm not some big company who like to smash things because we big company. You know, it is so mockable. And it's just sad that this is the state of our world. You know, there's this thing called fair use. And this was developed in the late 70s to essentially allow people to use copyrighted material for the purposes of education, parody, and so on. And as long as it was limited to a certain thing, either a time frame or the structure of the content, you're allowed to use it. Well, as I've researched, YouTube has changed its own policies to not only violate federal law, and this is a federal law, folks. They are not allowed to violate the copyright or the Fair Use Copyright Act. They're not allowed to do it. But they, again, it goes back to their infinite wisdom of, hey, we're a big company. We can do what we want because no one's going to stop us. And, you know, unfortunately, when you have weak people in charge, nothing is ever going to get done. And unfortunately, that is where we're at right now. I'm pissed about this, and it's fucking irritating. But what are you going to do? You know, how can we as small YouTubers or even large YouTubers fight back this kind of garbage? How do we even do it? Because let's face it, you know, the whole idea of exiling ourselves from YouTube forever is not a fucking option. Most people will never do that, because that's where the audience is. You have your alternate sites out there. You have your BitChutes. You have your Rumbles. But that is never going to have the audience that YouTube has garnered over the years. And I've been on YouTube pretty much since it debuted, and I think that was back in 2005 when it was available for the world to use. Well, they're a far cry from those early days. The company not only forgot itself, but doesn't give a shit about its past. And they will fuck every single YouTube content creator they want. I mean, even, as I said, large channels. with millions of subscribers can get royally fucked. Now, they may have a legal team, but even they don't always win. This is not what anybody should be dealing with. Again, I understand what copyright means. It means ask for fucking permission or pay a royalty. Yeah, I get it. But when there's no actual music, audio, or whatever in a claimed portion of a video, what fucking right do you have to take my content down and say, well, tough shit, and do this? Yeah, I'm getting fired up. I'm a little pissed. I'm sorry if I'm cussing a lot, but understand this is ongoing, and they know it's an ongoing issue. They say, well, it's an algorithm. Somebody had to fucking program it. Somebody had to sit there at a computer for hours on end coding this fucking thing. So believe me, there is a human hand behind these AI creations. It is not just something that automatically generates itself. That's not how that works. Somebody physically programs the AI to do what they want it to do. So if there are nuances, if there are things that it will do to hurt a channel or whatever, it's built in. And the person behind it is the one that actually created it. So what is their moral character? And again, I look at this and I go, how is it fucking possible that this can happen? And I have to attribute it just to pure evil. It is pure satanic evil. This is the kind of shit that, this is what we're going to be dealing with now. Because there are no moral compasses anymore. The moral compass has been destroyed. And, I'll give you another example. Everybody knows that I love the band The Warning. And they allow people to share their music and use their music. Now, I don't know to what extent, because I don't know if the band themselves hold the publishing and the copyrights. That may be their record company, which is pretty traditional and probably what it really is. But even if you got a strike on that, because I see a ton of reaction videos out there where copyrighted music videos, like live stuff, is all over the internet. Now, I don't know if these folks are monetizing it. I don't know if they're asking for permission to use it or anything like that. But I don't see their videos getting taken down. Yet my video that had nothing to do with anything other than playing a game, no fucking music inside of it, and in fact, the game, like I said, didn't even work, and the starting screen doesn't have any audio. How do you justify that? How do you, I'm looking at you right there, how do you justify that behavior? How do you justify what your algorithm does, or whomever looked at it? How do you justify that? Can you just sit there at your, in your little cubicle or whatever and say, I don't know, I just follow orders? I mean, that's what it's become, man. That's what it's become. And it's so fucking frustrating. And I'm repeating myself. I know this is what happens when I get mad. But I cannot believe this is what we have to deal with every turn. People with a lot of with fuck you money can do whatever they want, and there's no consequences at all. There's no consequences. And it's sad. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care if you are a YouTuber. I don't give a damn. That was my phone. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, it's just fucked up. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone right now. It was my brother. I didn't turn off my audio. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm just like, what do I even do? I'm a little YouTuber. And as I said, I even looked at articles, and I'm like, even other channels can't even get anything done. Now, some people get lucky, but they have money to buy a lawyer. I don't. I am staying in a fucking hotel right now, trying to find a place. I'm going to have to reject the place I was looking at recently because, just the vibe I got from the recent call and how I was Like, well, you have a job now, but you don't make enough money because we're not willing to negotiate. Anyway, so I'm dealing with that too. Yeah, folks, I don't know what to do, man. I'm already fighting it. But the bullshit thing is, if you file these disputes, fucking YouTube can actually take your channel down. They can fucking erase your ass. And there's nothing you can do about that. So this is what happens when you give companies way too much fucking power to dictate how you're going to live. And with us little channels out there, we got to band together. But how do we even do that? When the cards are so stacked against us. When there are people so powerful that can just take your content down and anything and everything like that. I don't even make fucking money. I have no monetization set up. You know, so technically I'm not out anything except the time I put into the videos. But even so, it's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. So, anyway, folks, I'm sorry for the rant. Hopefully this will get resolved in the quote-unquote up to 30 days from now, but, you know, my luck, it won't ever change. They'll just fucking take the video, and I may have to delete it. Honestly, I may have to fucking delete it. Anyway, so thanks for stopping by and checking out the vlog, and I will catch you in a future stream. And I'm not sure what I'm going to play, though. I've been wanting to test out LSPDFR now that I've got these new settings. And we'll just see how that goes. And I wanted to say a personal thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you've taken the time to stop by and, you know, like, you know, and my and subscribe to my videos and all that stuff. I'm very, very, very grateful. I'm very humbled. I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy of it. But I appreciate every one of you. You are amazing. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of the SkittleKicks army. You take care, everybody, and bye for now.